It's another beautiful day here in the Shire. And this time, Renee's baking up a pie you've probably never heard of, unless you grew up near the Ohio River. This recipe is bold, it's old, and it's got a reputation that travels by word of mouth.
Some pies get all the spotlight, but there's one tucked into Kentucky cookbooks and passed down in clipped newspaper columns that might be better than all of them. It's called Kentucky Transparent Pie. Rich, custardy, and deceptively simple. And the version I'm making today was inspired by McGee's Bakery in Maysville, Kentucky, where it's been the local favorite for generations.
Comes to being here in Maysville, what's the one thing that you always enjoy the most when you come back to this region?
The real answer?
Yes.
Go to McGee's and get transparent pie. Trust me.
Okay.
And right now, I'm going to show you how. Okay, so the first step is we're going to put some sugar and some delicious butter. And we're going to cream those together for about 3 minutes. Whoops. Okay, I don't like the way that is working on that butter, so I'm going to try a different blade. So we're going to try this one instead. Oh, much better. So basically when you're creaming something, you're basically just adding some air to that, making sure the sugar and flour get mixed together really well. I mean, sugar and butter get mixed together really well. And you also are adding some air that is going to make that fluffier when you're baking this pie. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add 4 eggs. Okay, so we have 4 eggs here. We're going to add these one at a time and beat each one for about 30 seconds. So we'll just start with one. They kind of all, and you just want this on a low to medium low. And then we'll add another one. Oh, that's lovely. Look how yellow that is. Good eggs and good butter. Oh, that looks delish. Yum. And one more egg. Okay, so that looks perfect. The next thing we're going to add is a little bit of cream. Beating that slowly. And we've got a lot of lift in this now because of those eggs and the beating. You can also do this with a whisk or by hand if you'd like. All right, that's perfect. All right, we're gonna take this beater off. I'll move this. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, and I am going to use a whisk for this, I think, is we're going to sprinkle some flour in there. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This is my vanilla extract. I'm going to put just a little more splash in because that's what I do. Okay, a little bit over a teaspoon. And then I'm going to whisk this together. All right, and that is as simple as that is to make. So now what you want to do is you want to have a pie crust, whether you make it yourself. I have one here that you can watch, or you buy one, whatever your favorite pie crust is, a single pie crust. Grab that, and I'll show you what we're going to do.
Cooling my milk while I boogie. And flashing lights, go.
And remember, no matter what pie crust you're using, always keep it cold so that that fat, whatever you've used in there, pops when it cooks. I am a firm believer in pre-baked, par-baked crusts. I love them. I'm going back to the old-fashioned way that this was originally made, which was, from my understanding of the research I've done, was you just pour this in and cook this without par baking the crust. If we don't like it, we'll just par bake it next time, but that's what I'm going to do. This is the first time I've made this pie. So we're going to pour this all in. Oh, and that is just beautiful. So I'm going to make, this is not traditional. I just can't stop myself. I'm going to make a little sugar glaze to go around the outside of this crust because it's basically kind of a sugar pie, and this seems so appropriate. I couldn't stop myself. So we are going to mix this sugar up. It's sugar and cream, heavy cream, and you can save this in the refrigerator after if you don't use it all. But you want it to be spreadable, but you definitely want some sugar content in there so that it's somewhat thick. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to run this along, put some sugar on the crust just to give it a little oomph. And I am so glad I discovered this, and I'm so glad I decided to make it my first time with all of you. Please let me know what you think and if you've ever heard of this pie before, because I had not. Okay, and now I would normally go to my handy dandy oven here, but when I went to turn it on this morning, the knob fell off. So I'm going to cook a pie in my little air fryer convection regular oven. When I first moved to where I am now, I didn't have an oven. It hadn't been delivered yet, and I had to make my entire Thanksgiving dinner in that. So I'm hoping that this turns out okay, but we shall see. So we are putting this in at a preheated 375 degree oven, and we're going to watch it, but we're going to set the timer for about 30 minutes. And I may take this out and put some foil around this, but I want that sugar to get a little bit baked before I do that, if I have to do that. So we are going to go over here and put this in. Okay, there's that. So let's put this on for 30 minutes.
The pie is in the oven. Let's just hope it doesn't blow a fuse. We'll be right back after this. You smell that? That smells like answered prayers and possibly caramelized sugar. Let's check back in on Renee.
This looks amazing. It's still a little jiggly in the middle. It's cooked exactly 45 minutes. It looks gorgeous. I'm so happy. I do have to tell you that the crust started to get a little brown, and so this is kind of hot, but I got this at a kitchen store. I didn't even know what it was, but it protects the crust. I usually use aluminum foil. This is the absolute coolest thing ever. Halfway through, I opened the oven and I just slipped this on, and there's a little nook here. And so you pull this, you notch it in the little, they have little segments here that you can notch it all the way around depending on the size of your pie. And it stopped browning it exactly where when I put this on. And so you take this thing off. It's quite hot when you take it off. I did learn that the hard way. And it's golden brown. The oven had a little hot spot, so this is a little inconsistent here, but this looks amazing. I can't wait to cut it. We can't cut it until it's room temperature. So we're going to be back, but this is awesome. This looks lovely, and it's supposed to have this dark brown, the brown, deep brown crust on the, it's kind of hard. I can't wait to cut it. We'll be back. So this has cooled, and I have to tell you that I can't wait to cut into this. This has, I don't know if you can hear this. Let's all be quiet. It's like, here, listen to the top. Can you hear it? My microphone. It's got this crunchy little top on it. And it's so intriguing, and I haven't even cut into it yet. And look, see how the sugar that we put on that crust is just shining through? It's just, I'm just so excited to cut this, I can't tell you. Okay, I need a knife. Okay, let's, oh, that's nice and crunchy crust. Look at that. No one quite knows why it's called a transparent pie, but it is. And this is exactly what it's supposed to look like. So let's just put that there. So this looks amazing, and I'm going to take a bite. I'm interested to see how that crust is going to do. Nice, and it's not brown on the bottom, which is okay. That's the way I remember that being on other pies that you don't bake on the first, but it does feel crunchy. So let's give this a shot. Oh my word. That is so delicious. They actually said in all the research that I did that you can put whipped cream with it or some kind of fruit, but most people have said you don't need anything with this. It is so addictively delicious. And I do have to say that this is just delicious by itself. This is not a pie where you want to eat a gigantic piece. So this is very smooth. The crust is perfect. I don't know that I would par bake this next time. I love the fact that it all kind of melds together and the mouthfeel is just, it just marries together. This crunch on the top gives some texture to this. So this tastes like a sweeter custard creme brulee type texture. It's not quite definable. You can taste vanilla. It is so delicious. It's just, I don't know how to describe this perfectly. You've got to try this. And if you do, please let me know in the comments below. I'm just so impressed with this pie.
It's rich, it's golden, and it smells like it doesn't care about your self-control. We've got lots more great recipes coming up for you to watch. So until then,
thank you.